I have two sets of parentheses, so I'm going to do the outer one first. 2 times 1/2 equals 2 times 1/2 equals 1. It will be. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1/2 is 1. Okay. Now I got to distribute the 1. So I have x to the 0 times y to the 3/5. What's anything raised to the 0? 1 times y to the 2/5. So what's my answer? That's right, y to the 2/5. Okay, 5 through 7, which one do you want me to do? Number 6. What? No. Is it 3? I can't even read my own writing. Okay, number 6. What's my root here? 2, right? I have a root 2. What's the square root of 32? You guys got your charts? What's the square root of 32? We don't know because it's not a perfect square. Okay? See, it's got a decimal. So it's not perfect. It's kind of like us. All right. So what's the large? I'm gonna have to split this up between perfects and imperfects, or in other words, two teachers and students. Okay, perfect. What's my largest? Because we're dealing with the root 2. What's the largest perfect square that's a factor of 32? That's right, 16 and times 2. 2's the imperfect one. Okay, x to the 7th. How many x squares are in x to the 7th? In other words, I'm looking at 7 divided by 2, right? Change that to a mixed number. 3 and 1/2, right? So I have 3 2's, right? So I have x to the 6th, which is 3 2's. And I have x to the 1st, which is 1x. How about y to the 4th? Well, it's divisible by 2 with no extras. It's a perfect square. How about z to the 3rd? Well, I'm going to have 1 power, or I can take out 2. That's a perfect square. And I'm going to have 1 left over. So the square root of 16, 4, 6 divided by 2 is 3, y divided by 2 is 2. C has an exponent of 2, so square root of 2 is 1, and I have left over 2x. All right, 8 through 11, which one you want me to do? Okay, what's the first thing I do when I factor? That's right. Take out the greatest common factor. What's the greatest common factor of 4x squared, 24x, and 36? 4. What do I have left over? That's right, x squared. 24x divided by 4. Good, 6x. And 36 divided by 4. Wonderful, 9. Okay, now I have to factor what's left over. I know the only way to get x squared is x times x. Look at the signs. I have a positive. They have to add up to a positive. So what are my signs? Good, positives. Factors of 9. Factors of 9 that add up to 6. 3 and 3. Okay, you could write it like this too. Either way, I don't care. Good. Wonderful. I'm glad you understand this. My sarcasm never goes away. Number 12. This is 2.1. We should do all of these. Okay. Give an example of a set of points that's not a function. How do you want to write it? Do you want to map them or do you want to do a chart? What do you want to do? Huh? The easiest? Okay, let's do a chart. Let's see, what can I not have? What can I not have? Repeat x, so I don't know, 2, 0, 2, 1. There. That's not a function. No what? Right. Why is this not a function? There's 2 2's. What's a domain? 2. What's a range? 0, 1. Y's. It's just the y's. Why are you guys having a hard time with this? Okay, this one says we have to do one on the graph. What's the easiest thing to do what's the easiest function to draw? A line. No, vertical is not a function. I'm going to go from here to here. Okay? Any line except the vertical line. What's my domain? What's my domain? It starts at 1. It includes 1. Where does it end? 4. And it includes 4. What's my range? Starts at 1 and ends at 4. Look at that. I drew a perfect problem. What? I just picked it. I made one up. Everybody understand what I did with the function? All right. How about number 14? Describe this absolute value function, the transformations. You're comparing it to the parent function. So what's going on with this one? There's 2 of them. There's 2 transformations. Yeah, what does that mean? Or not the left, to the right 4. Because it's opposite the sign inside the absolute value bars. So right 4, and then down 2. Thankfully, one person's going to pass the quiz tomorrow. Okay, what about 15? No, you're not. No, you're not. Nope. Somebody said up 5. That's good. Way to go, Stacy. What else? Flips. I heard a flip. I heard a flip. What else? Narrow. Wow, we might have like 3 or 4 people pass the test. Yeah, I don't know why you guys haven't figured out to put these in your calculator. In fact, you could put the entire piecewise function in there. I'm surprised you didn't Google it. I'm not going to tell you how to do it because it's pretty complicated to put the entire thing in there. It would. You guys don't. Only a couple of you listen to me anyway. All right, number 16. Wonderful. Number 16. What's my vertex? Number 16. What's my vertex? Okay, you're close. -2, 6. Wonderful. So we're going to have 6 people to pass the quiz tomorrow. So negative, what's my slope? -1/3. So I'm going to start at -2, 6. I'm going to, what? Wait a minute. No, it's right here. By the way, okay, so it starts up here. Okay, so guys, if they're off the graph, just estimate where it is. You don't have to sit there and draw more numbers and stuff, and just put it up there. Okay. All right, I'm going to go down 1 to the right 3. Down 1 to the right 3. And you can use your axis of symmetry, or you can just here's my graph. Okay, what's the domain? Negative infinity, positive infinity for absolute value. What's my range? Wonderful. You guys are not going to create equations. Pardon me? If you want to, it's not that hard. Oh, wait, didn't I tell you did have to create? I may have lied. No, I don't want to. 18. Luckily, I gave you guys a work day yesterday, thanks to Kayla, for you guys to really master this. What's my boundary line? 0 and 5. Zero and 5. Okay, T-chart. What number do I have to use for the first one? Put 0 in, 0 minus 1, I get. Okay, pick a number less than 0. -1 minus 1. Wonderful. There's my 2 points. 0, -1. -1, -2. Okay, Open or close circle at the 0 point. Open. Okay, second one. Yep, I have to use for my x 0 and 5. I don't have a choice. Okay, 0 times 2 is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, 0, negative 1. Here, 5, 9. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere up there. Okay, open or close circle at 0. Open or close circle at 5. So open here and closed here. And the last one. T-chart. Which point do I have to use for x? And give me another point. So 5, 3. Open or close circle? Open. And 6, 3. By the way, is this a function?
Yeah.
Try the vertical line test. It is a function. Now remember, vertical line test. I told you guys the vertical line test can only cross the graph at one point. I never told you it literally has to cross the graph at one point. Not only does it have to, it can only cross it at one point, it has to cross at one point. Okay, so let's do this. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. What happens when I'm on the y-axis? Doesn't hit any points. Doesn't hit any points. I have 2 open circles, right? It does not include the number, in this case, 0, negative 1. So it stops. There's actually a break in there. So this is really not a function. Okay. Yeah, between right at this point, the 0, negative 1. So if I magnified it, yeah. What's happening at 0, 1 is this line's coming in, but it never reaches it, and then this line starts by never quite reaching it and going on. So it doesn't include that, it stops the function. Okay, so for those people that are going on in mathematics, you have to know that. All right, what's the f of negative 3? What is it? 84? I told you guys I'm old, I can't hear. What's the f of 2? No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What's the f of 8? Wow, that was kind of a nice problem. I liked it. We got time to do the next one. Yeah, but this one's easier, and you know how to do it now. What's my boundary line? What's my t-chart? Negative 2. I'm sorry, positive 2. and something less. How about 0? Okay, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. 0 times negative 2 is 0 plus 1 is 1. So I have 2, negative 3. Closed circle. Then I have 0, 1. My other t-chart. Must use 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. I'm going to use 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 4 is 11. So I have 2, 6. That's an open circle. And then 3, 11. And I'm done. F of negative 1 is 3. F of 2 is negative 5. And the F of 3, we did that already, is 11. Okay, we did that in like a minute and a half. All right, if you have, listen up.